Episode 19 of Telione Season 2. In the last episode, our party had made their way out of the East Coast Security Fishing Village to head farther in towards Smash and Crab. With Stormane in tow, of course. They traveled for some time until they started to notice a couple lights off in the distance. They decided to try and stealth past on their own. And they left Stormane behind to do some scouting of the next village up ahead. Before they even made it to the walls, someone was contacted by seemingly a drow from the city. They had talked with this drow, and they walked up to the city and had a full-on conversation with them. The English, or common I should say, was rough, because they're drow that don't talk to upper worlders very often. They were brought into the village to talk to the main security guard there. They met with this fully armored person, no real gender there, who called themselves Irenvin Ferto. I'm so paranoid that I'm getting these names wrong. It is Ferto, right? I would hope I remember these things. Yeah, I could see the thumbs up, but I just want to remember for my own being. Enos, for some reason, challenged Irenvin to just spar with them, just to kind of gauge their power, I guess, and got clapped, is the easiest way to explain it. And then afterwards, they needed to take a short rest because Enos got knocked down rather quickly. They waited inside of the village a little bit longer because Enos wants to really finish that book that he had taken from Stormane. While they were waiting, talking ensued, praying ensued, and they heard a loud scream come from outside the main little house they were in, as Stormane himself was in the village, and he was very pissed. Combat ensued. Irenvin banished Stormane successfully and gave you guys a 1-minute window to get away after he had knocked down Raskus and Eleonora. So we start now with you guys some of you being carried, but for the most part, all of you are running deeper into the Underdark caves. The lake is still in view. Eleonora is on someone's shoulders, Raskus is on another, and you are all heading to what you believe to be Omva Alandi, the Drow city you came to find. So that's where we start today. How we do?
How do you spell that?
Omva Alandi?
Yeah.
OMVA space ALANDI.
Okay. Just for notes.
Omva Alandi.
Umba.
Very pretty name.
Thank you. I slapped my keyboard and that's what came out. That is how I do most of my city names. I hit the keyboard, see what it sounds like, and then change it accordingly. DM tip for you for the day.
For all you DMs out there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, did we actually get healed by the end of the last session, or are we just getting carried right now? I'm pretty sure we got healed.
I healed you because you were down.
Yeah.
I remember I spent a key
Winter
point.
healed Raskus a little bit, and Eleonora was healed by Irenvin.
Okay.
But where we had kind of ended off was after running for about a full minute, you heard a very angry roar behind you as Stormane had popped back into existence.
I remember that he wasn't happy about that.
And we are running. Run in, and run.
Run in. Copyright strike. Careful.
So is there anything you guys want to do?
Run fast.
Run fast either.
I'm talking to Irenvin.
I can't do anything.
is there anywhere safe where we can go that's armored? We shouldn't be. We need to tell people. We need to get ready. Things look bad, Irenvin.
The closest place would be within the city walls. There's a small fishing village outside of Onvarlandi, but inside is the safest place.
Okay, what direction?
Just keep heading forward. You will see the city. It's not hard to miss.
Okay. And yeah, Winter is too focused on like survival mode and is not worried about like is just trying to survive honestly at this point.
I'm gonna look back and see Stormane chasing.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, right, because I can't see.
Oh, I should have done that. Damn. Well, you got it, big man. You got it, big man.
That's a big fat 7.
Hell yeah, you see everything.
I also want to try because since Irenvin's carrying me, I'm already looking backwards. And I really have nothing else to do while I try not to go unconscious again.
Fireman.
Okay.
I'm
Would I
swamped.
be a straight roll?
Yeah, you're just a straight roll.
Quick maths.
17.
With your 60-foot dark vision, you can't really discern if there's someone following you. Listening around, you would assume you would hear very heavy footsteps because he's a very large individual. You don't seem to hear anything at this moment. But you also have probably like a 2-minute head start at this point. After about 5 more minutes, Irenvin starts to slow down. If we just walk, we should hopefully be safe in some means. But we should be there within another half hour or so, if we just walk the rest of the way. I cannot run much farther. This armor is it's quite heavy.
And I am okay to walk on my own.
Oh, that's very nice. And places you down.
I'll stay in the back. I think that if just in case if things happen, I'll be able to. I think out of all of our dark vision, it would be good to see if he's on us.
Are you of Drow blood?
No, I am not.
Then you are just lying to me, but that is fine.
I can see in the dark.
I can see much farther than most of you, I would assume.
Oh, do you want to be
I
in
kind of live here.
Do you want to be in the back? I'm sorry.
It does not really matter either way.
Okay.
You just see, like, vague indecision in their, like, demeanor right now.
Okay.
Irenvin, what is it? You look concerned.
Hey, this is very uncommon for us to be bringing upper worlders into the city. I've never been told the protocol for it. Maybe I was? Maybe I have been told. I don't remember. Ugh.
Could we... Is this potentially dangerous? Could they essentially tell us no?
There is that chance, yes, that they just will not let you in. You haven't proved to them anything, and I'm not very high up in my own standing.
But even if they let you in and not us, you have to go and warn them.
I will do that, yeah. I will see if my commanding officer will even believe me.
Well, all we can do is try.
Yes, that's That's all we really can do, and let's hope try working. Try will work. Oh boy, I could get in trouble for this. And you guys just keep moving on. Over
As
this.
we're walking,
Yep, go for it.
I'm gonna go up to Winter. Hey, Winter. I'm just gonna put Raskus down since we're walking.
Okay.
I was pretty surprised you decided to help us out and take our side. I don't know what would have happened had you decided to help out General Stormmane instead. We probably would not have survived. I want to apologize. I think I misjudged you. There's still a lot about you I don't know. There's still a lot about you I don't like, but I definitely can't say I misjudged you when I first met you. And so thank you for at least sticking with us.
Wow. I would say, Enos. I also misjudged you as well. You're not as hot-headed as I thought you were. You actually are quite logical at times. And yes, I understand that we don't see things eye to eye, but you deserve respect, and I understand that.
Yeah,
And besides, I understand that I haven't started off with and kind of, you see Winter kind of look at their own staff like the best footing. But I water under the bridge. And besides, I feel like things are gonna look really bad soon, so a cute little team up would probably be best for everyone. So don't worry about it. And besides, your friend over there really changed my perspective. The short one, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, what?
Oh, you're awake.
I was put down. I was awake.
Oh,
I mean, I was just want to put my unconscious body on the ground.
just punch you in between the rib cage again. You're like, no, you're not. Bam.
That shit's alive.
Yeah, we definitely don't see eye to eye, but I guess maybe a different perspective every now and then couldn't hurt.
Yeah,
So,
common ground isn't bad, and we can find it.
I'm sure we can.
Well, we have something bad that we gotta figure out. So
Yeah, well, now we're all in a shithole, basically.
yeah.
I'm
Renvin
glad.
walks over to you, Eleonora. I kind of take offense to that.
I'm sure it would be more lovely if
She can't understand me.
we weren't trying to be killed, which I'm guessing it's just her and I talking in Elvish right now, right?
Mm-hmm. I never said that she couldn't understand Common, or they can't understand Common. They just can't speak Common.
Ah, okay. That's
Similar
fair.
to
No,
how
I
I
know,
can't
I
speak
was just
Spanish, I
assuming
can
that when
understand
she-
most of the words.
Yeah, I get that. No, that's
I
fair.
just assumed when you said she sidled up to me and was saying that kind of like I figured she was saying it in Elvish.
Still they, but I keep getting it
Oh.
wrong.
Shit. They.
Yeah, I'll watch your back if you watch mine, and I'll play nice.
Sounds like a plan.
Plan.
It's about at this time, Eleonora, Enos, and Raskus, you start to get a familiar feeling. Continuing to walk forward, you recognize this feeling from the spider den that you had been in once before, of the super thin webs going across your body.
I don't like this.
Renvin doesn't look fazed by it. They're just continuing to walk forward as if nothing's happening.
Is this normal? Irenvin?
Is what normal?
The little webs.
I would hope so. Most of our economy and safety runs on our spiders. Since we do worship the Spider Queen, we naturally enjoy having spider accomplishing us wherever we go.
What size spiders, if I can ask?
Some of them are the size of your gold pieces. Some of them are the size of, and she points at Enos. They point at Enos. Fuck. Some of them can grow bigger. We ride them. In the Ferto group, we do have spider riders.
Good to know. I will keep that in the back of my mind.
Do you not like spiders?
Oh, I'm fine with spiders. I've already had an encounter with them, and things weren't great. So I'd like to avoid any combat with spiders if possible. But, if they're your friends, I don't have a problem with them.
They should be very nice, as long as you don't pose a threat to them. They are trained very well within the city. Most of them are attached to a security web. That's what we're walking through now. Yeah, I did think I was funny sometimes.
I like that. That's
I like
good.
security web.
Hey, yeah, you did good.
So theoretically, there are several spiders going back to what is his name? To Richard, telling that there is a group of 5 approaching the city.
How does the environment look right now, DM? Like, is it still just very dark, or is it like...
Yeah, it's still pretty dark. You still have the crystal clear lake off to your left side. Looking forward, especially with your dark vision, Winter, you notice that the webs start to get thicker and thicker, almost like to emulate a fog.
Mm-hmm.
And you would just assume that this is some kind of like fake security measure to dissuade people from going forward.
Okay. This is, well, if anything, Winter's probably just trying to take everything in this new environment.
Yeah. Traveling for another 15 minutes or so, you start to see very faint lights off to your left side, just off on the other side of the lake. It appears like there might be some kind of landmass that is inside of the lake that has several different lights going through it. That would be Omva Landi, right over there. The fact that they haven't gone into full security is a good sign. They must not think we're too much of a threat if there's only 5 of us.
I feel...
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Irenvin, I feel like these are your family members, right?
In a way, sort of, yes.
They would listen to you, right?
Uh,
Oh.
Sometimes they would, yes. I was put on the outskirts because I'm not the smartest within the Ferto family.
But your opinion holds some weight, right?
I'm more of an emissary for the Nukket family. I'm their security detail.
Okay.
I'm about the same thing as a bouncer for a tavern.
Oh, I see.
So, yes, I'm giving all of this equipment, but It's more of my innate magics that brought me to my position instead of trained anything.
It's your talent. I understand that. Well, you're our best bet, so hopefully things go well.
Yeah. You keep going farther in. The webs now seem to start to dissipate a little bit more, and you can actually see like probably like a 1/4 inch thick webs that are just going all over the place, and they all seem to be congregating in one point on this little island. My finger has been bleeding, and I'm just like trying to stop it. But at this point, you can see this probably 30-foot wall that is just surrounding this little like island in the middle of the lake. And just making your way around, you start to see a bunch of these spiders just constantly moving back and forth on these giant security webs that are going out and are probably touching the different walls of the Underdark and are just moving in different directions. Like, very similar to how you guys have been walking before. It's like this giant beach where every so often your right side will go deeper in. There might be even a cave over there, and it moves around. But there's just sometimes just giant open areas. Following this wall a little bit more, Irenvin goes, we should be approaching the front gates fairly soon. If you look over to the front right a little bit more, you will see notes. Here we go. You'll see the Nukket Compound. It's where the head of the Nukket family lives. They don't really do that much fishing. They're more of the ambassadors for the other four. They're the ones that get all the information from the other four fishing villages and bring them into the city. Even some storage takes place there.
So, Irenvin, who should we talk to about all of this?
The bigger issue, besides you not being Drow and being upper worlders, is you're not a part of one of the 5 families. So finding a way to join one of the families will help your situation in any type of way. Seeing you all and your ambition to fighting, you'd probably be best off trying to join the Fairtoes. It's not a blood and born into it. A lot of the families, well, specifically the Mayfin and the Fairtoe families, you have to earn your way into them.
Oh, is it a trial? Is it a test? Is it...
There's usually a little board at the front, near the front gate, for people interested in trying to become Fairtoe. I can take you to the main barracks, and you can kind of see what it's all about there.
That sounds lovely.
If we get in, of course.
If we get in.
Yeah, you start to round this last corner, and you see 20 guards in similar outfits as Irenvin is in, with swords like drawn. State your business here. In common, they say. Why have you taken one of ours hostage?
We haven't. We haven't taken them hostage.
There's no reason for upper worlders to be here.
I have a question, real quick, DM.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever Stormane came back, you said we heard a very angry person. Was it loud or?
It was fairly loud, but it probably wouldn't have made it this far.
Okay. I said it's because if they heard that, then we have a little bit more explanation, a little more evidence.
Yeah, it's almost like the webs that surround this main city are also sound barriers.
Interesting. Keep that in mind.
Because that does make sense, because that's why people plant trees around their houses. And that's kind of what this whole situation is.
We didn't really have a choice in coming down here.
Irenvin, is this true? Yes, there is somewhat of an issue that we might want to bring up to the main five. A problem that is a little bit out of my reach of explaining. Sorry. So you're not a prisoner? No, I don't believe so. They helped me and I helped them. It's kind of a fair trade situation.
Almost like we're friends.
Raskus, I need you to make a persuasion check to go with the Irenvin persuasion check that I just rolled.
Oof.
Unless I want to go with that one. Is that what you said?
No, to go with this one.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
Ooh. Ooh! You said persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion check.
18.
Okay, they got a 2 plus 4. Actually, it's plus a lot more than that, but I'm not going to open their character sheet. I don't give a shit. Well, they're under your detail, Irenvin. If they do anything stupid, you and your house will die. I hope you understand that. Yeah, that seems fair. Well, I guess we can enter now. And I will show you.
Oh, sorry. I meant to say it earlier, but the whole time since Irenvin put me down, I've just had my cloak like tightly wrapped around myself. Just like almost half comfort and half trying to hide the like, residual damage from the fight.
Yeah, you guys walk into the city burned, cut up. These guards seem to go back to their normal business, and Irenvin kind of leads you all into this main city that you can now see on Roll20.
Ooh,
But there's just this colossal city. A lot of these buildings are shaped out of stone, as you would kind of assume them to be. Some of them have wooden accents to them. I forget if I have like a small thing about kind of what it looks like. Yeah, so there are a bunch of like larger buildings that seem to be coming up. And a lot of these larger buildings are made out of the stalagmites that are on the ground. The other buildings are built of stone and made to accommodate what you would assume to be 1 to 5 families. So these are pretty big buildings.
mm-hmm.
Is it on the lake?
It is like a giant island out on the lake, yeah. It is attached to the regular like beach area that turns more to rock, but then there's just this giant swell of stone that comes out. And most of this stone island is elevated up, so it's not in danger of having like crashing waves or anything. But Irenvin kind of brings you around. There are tons of drow just walking around. All these darker shades of purples, some darker blue mixed with purple, some just dark blacks, obsidian skin, all this stuff. They're all just staring at you, very confused.
Like hostile staring, or more just like confused staring? Like, okay.
What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
as you guys walk by, there's a bunch of like... You can just hear a bunch of whispering when you guys go by, when there wasn't that much before.
And I try to pick up what they're saying.
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
A 14.
That's strange. We don't see upper worlders here very often. Yes, I agree. That's, I don't like it. It never brings good fortune to these families. A shame.
Man, fuck that guy.
But Irenvin kind of asks, where would you want to go to the message board for Ferrito, or do you want to go straight to the barracks instead?
So with this message board, like what do we do with the message board?
Sometimes there'll just be missions of some sort on there, and if you can complete the mission and have proof of it, you have a higher chance to be accepted into the Ferrito family and be a part of the Militarum here. But you don't understand me, so why did I say that out loud?
Because I'm a master of this direction.
I'm gonna say Winter would probably relay that
Yeah,
to.
I would assume
yeah.
either Eleanor or Winter's been translating.
Yeah.
Would it be helpful to visit the barracks first?
I could give you guys an idea of what you'd be getting yourselves into. If you'd want to be a part of the Ferrito family. There's 5 total. There's the Siriar family, but that one you can't get into at all. There's the Mayfinns, which are typically the shop owners or main traders within the city. The Rillen Ray, they are the do-all, jack-of-all-trades type people. They are the crafters within the city. The Ferto, which is the Militarum, and then the Nukket, which is the fishing community.
What was that first one? I'm sorry.
Siriar, Seerear, or Seerear, if you want to spell it phonetically.
And what did she say that they do?
She didn't. They didn't say what they do. They just said it's not possible.
Oh, okay, cool. And she's. I'm assuming we're getting everything translated, right?
Yeah.
Yup.
And if we wanted a what's the word I'm looking for? Damn. An audience with the head of the 5 families to discuss our situation and the dangers that are coming, I assume we would have to be a part of a family, correct?
That would be your best bet, would be to be a part of a family. But if I can talk to my commander, they are one of the heads of the 5 families. Captain Sardraza, I think's her name. Sardreza. Captain Sardreza Ferto.
I think whatever gets us an audience quicker, considering he is either on his way here now, or he will be here soon, with probably backup.
I can take you to the barracks. I do not know if the captain will be there, but you can at least kind of gauge the situation around, if that would be so your interests.
What do you guys think?
I think at least that we can gauge the situation and see how they're feeling, but I feel like we need some sort of bargaining chip, and if we do whatever mission or assignment they have on their board, we can get the ball rolling, is what I think.
I'm fine with having the bargaining chip. Works
So
for me.
barracks first and then board, or board first then?
I think board first, then
Or
Because-
the barrack.
board, then barrack.
Eleonora, do you have a preference?
And then Nora.
I think we should go by the barracks first, just to be sure that this is a wise decision.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
We could also, if we stop at the barracks first, if the captain is there, ask him what mission is more important to them, or if they have something that's not on the board.
That can be a way to look at it.
Might be
Going
an
into
easy
check.
in.
Yeah, going into check won't hurt us. So, let's stop by. Have a little look-see.
Okay. So, you guys move your way into the city, and you just see... It's a very wide building. It takes up almost like what you would know as like most city blocks, by itself.
Mhm.
Is about 2 floors tall. You can just see a ton of windows surrounding this giant stone building. You don't see any labels or anything along the building. It's just very bare all around it. This is the Ferrite Barracks. They will want a report from me anyway. I can lead you with one of the trainers if you would want that. They can kind of show you around better than I can, and they would be able to communicate for the most part in common for your 2 friends.
I think that sounds. I think that's fine. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
So you just enter in, and it's basically just a rectangle all the way around a hallway with rooms on either side. Every so often on the interior, you see a much bigger door going towards the center, and those doors have windows and everything, and you can see almost a giant, like, gym training area in this middle of this giant building.
Mm-hmm.
But Irenvin brings you over to one of the rooms, knocks on it, the door opens. You see this light purple skin, like lightish purple mixed into their naturally black skin. Drow, older gentleman. Yes, what the fuck are these people doing here?
Okay, fair enough.
They are here to potentially assist with a potential situation that will be coming up. I need to give a mission statement about what had just recently happened, and I'm going to need assistance with that, as I always do. Renvin, whatever. If you guys are trusted, then what do you want? What are you here for?
Well, we got in a little scuffle, and we wanted to warn this village and warn everyone. There is a madman out to burn the city to the ground.
I'm
very
assuming
strong.
he's an upper worlder like the rest of you?
Yes.
Of course it is. And that's not very forthcoming of you all, if you are also upper worlders.
We don't like him. We're trying to help.
And I don't like Irenvin, so I don't see your point, but we're still all here together.
We want to look after your city. We want to help and do what's best.
And you're
We could have not
trying
said
to
anything.
help out the Ferritos by joining the Ferritos? Is that why you're here?
I mean, if it's
Yeah.
the quickest way, yeah.
This should be amusing then. Follow me. And he just leaves his room. Not a single thing of paperwork in his hands.
Okay.
And he brings you out into this main courtyard area. There's just weapon racks and armor stands all over the place. There's a giant training pit off to the side. He just looks around. So which one of you wants to do the initiation?
Right now?
Yep.
Yes, right now. You came to me, you're bothering me, you're doing it now.
I'll go first. He's speaking
Okay.
common, I assume.
Yes, he's speaking common. Just very aggressive common.
Go first.
Angry.
You see that person over there, and he points to this, he points to this lady that's just, like, chilling against the wall. She has a couple bandages across her. It's kind of hard to tell, but she might be fairly bruised at the moment. Yeah, go challenge her. She's kind of the guinea pig for everything here. It's just easier that way. So, go ahead, big man. Go up. Fight her.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I'm just gonna walk up to her.
Yeah, she like going up. She doesn't really have like she has clothes on, but it's mostly just body wrap around most of her, as if she has like constant cuts and stuff across her. And you do see next to her, you see like the X sheath, because I can never remember what the hell they're called. The shoulder blade sheaths, and you can see 2 swords in there. I'm assuming you don't speak Elvish, so I will speak in your tongue, which is disgusting. How can I help you? Are you here to challenge me?
I guess so. That's what I was told to do.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. First, I want to see how well you swing. That's just a natural thing. She does like that whistle thing that I definitely can't do, where you just put two fingers in your mouth and make a loud whistling sound. And you see this giant hunchback green furred creature just walk out, just lumbering out into this gymnasium, and it just looks down at you. She goes, "Hit it."
Okay. And I'll take out the greatsword
Okay.
and attack
Okay.
it
Anything special?
recklessly.
Okay.
Sure. Do I roll for an attack?
Yeah, roll for an attack at advantage.
Sure.
Yeah, this giant creature, you can see it has like a bunch of scars across it and everything, but it just doesn't seem to care. It looks very like seasoned at combat and stuff like that.
I'm just be like, okay, sure, and it's gonna be a 16 to hit.
Okay. Before your the great sword even lands, you have a long sword under your neck.
Oh.
You're just like a fair few of the Ferritos. You let your anger get ahead of you. You see that's a big problem as you can feel the blade start to cut your neck. You don't know who I am, do you?
No, I'm new here.
I would assume so. I am Captain Sardreza Ferto.
Oh.
Mommy? Sorry.
I was.
And like, while you were swinging, she was still back against the wall, blades at the ground. She moved that quickly. So, you failed your first test. That's very nice to see. What am I supposed to do with you? Huh. Well, we're going to spar, aren't we?
If that's the.
Well, you can't just walk up and challenge me and then cower out. That's not any way to make it into the Ferto family, now is it?
I never said I was carrying out.
Well, the fact that I could have done one move and taken you out doesn't get you very high standing here.
I'm pretty, sturdy. I take a lot of hits. It's fine. I'm sure I could have.
But it feels like this one could have ended you. And she puts the blade back into her back sheath, takes about 10 paces away from you. Are you ready to actually begin now?
Oh, fuck. Okay, yes.
Okay. Let's roll for initiative.
Ooh. Oh, good luck, buddy. You don't need it.
I wanted you to be the guinea pig. I thought about it. I was like, I could do it. I was like,
not bad. That's not bad. 18.
Okay. You go first. They're just
48.
They're just 10 paces away from you. Arms crossed, just staring you down.
so are you at full or are you at where we
I am
stopped?
not where we
Okay.
stopped. We have not rested. That's why I'm a little more worried this time, but it's fine.
Oh no.
All right, let's see. Do they look like they're she? I know she's a she.
Yeah, this is a she, but I just say they just to be respectful to everyone. That's just how I naturally talk now.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's it.
True.
Looks like they're gonna use their swords or not. I don't, because oh my god.
They just have their arms crossed. They're just trying to see what you were about to do. As you react, what do you do?
Instincts. I'm gonna rage. My last rage.
You just see her smile.
Oh my! I hate it when you say that. Every time. It's happened the last 3 1v1s I've had. Yeah,
It's
I'm
almost
gonna
like
rage. I
raging
have
is
no
not a
choice.
very tactical thing for a lot of these characters.
Yeah. All right, that's my last rage until I get a rest.
How much health are you at? Because I just want to know.
36.
Okay, you might live this round.
Oh, I don't like
One.
Hmm?
And I have the greatsword in my hand, so I'm just gonna attack.
Okay.
Not recklessly.
Okay. Then roll at disadvantage.
I'd rather. Oh, really?
You're fucked.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Oh.
Yeah. So you just go into your rage. You start to get super angry. You sprint up. You swing. She actually went first, but took the dodge action. You swing down, go straight into the ground, and she just karate chops you in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I know you have more than that. You're big enough.
Do I realize now? Like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
attack
like
again.
as you swung, it's like the anime. They just disappeared, and are now on your left side. Just like, really?
All right, another swing.
Still at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not reckless. Oh, that's a lot better. That's actually a lot better. The lowest was an 11, so a total of 19.
Now I gotta calculate if that would hit. I think that'll just barely hit. I don't have their character sheet. I don't have a character sheet for this character. I was like, sure.
All right, so it's gonna be. Ah, that's shit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 points of damage.
Okay. So you swing down, but in your rage, you just do a nice little upper swing, and you actually cut across their abdomen. It's almost like cutting across rocks. It hits so lightly. And then she just goes, okay. And she pulls both of her swords out. But +7, +4. So it's a +11. So 24 on the first and
Yeah.
26 on the second.
Yep.
I need my d8s.
It's okay, they're halved.
Yeah, they are halved. So 9 + 14. So
23.
23 points of damage, halved. It's 12.
12. Okay.
And then as she gets those two slices in, out of the corner of your eye, you see a foot come flying at you as she uses flurry of blows.
She's a monk.
This doesn't get an additional +3. So what is this? It's just a plus. It's just a +8 to hit. So 14 and 13 to hit.
Miss. They both miss.
Yeah. So you just see these 2 feet just come flying around your head as you just barely duck out of the way. Ah, you do have some speed to you, young man.
Oh shit! All right.
That will end their turn. As now that they have their swords out.
Fuck, okay, here we go again. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack.
Yep. Not at
Twice.
disadvantage anymore.
Yeah. And do I reckless it? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm reckless.
Oh, they could have done stunning strike. Damn it! I forgot that's an ability that a monk has. I'm going off of just
Thank-
pure memory.
God, you forgot. 15 plus 8 is
That'll hit.
23. 23. So first one's gonna be.
Who knew Gaknard's sword was gonna be getting this much blood?
14
Okay.
points of damage. Second attack is gonna be a 15 plus 8, 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then that's gonna be a. That's not as good. 13 points.
13 points, so you've done roughly 30 some points of damage.
Roughly.
You are doing you are getting decent cuts across this body, but you just don't seem to be cracking the muscle. Was that reckless or no?
It was reckless, yes.
Oh,
They were both reckless.
cool. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh, God, that hurts. That's gonna hurt.
And stunning strike, so I need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 16. Sure, that sounds like a good number.
I got a good DC. I got a good Constitution save. So,
A 1? Sir, is that a 1?
No, I rolled a 4 plus 6, so that's 10, and I'm stunned.
Yeah, you are stunned. You also take 16 plus 7, so 23 points of damage on the first attack.
Reduced?
Reduced to 12, but now you are stunned, so it's
Yeah,
not like it mattered. She already had advantage against you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19 plus 11 for 30. Hiya. For 9 points of damage, half to 4. Flurry of blows again. That's above 20. What would they roll for this? Probably d8s. I'll just keep doing d8s. That sounds good. Another 9 reduced to 4. And then the last one is a 20 total for 8 points of damage. I rolled a 2 and a 1. That's so sad. And then she just gets in your face. What are you doing now? You're just sitting there. What's wrong? And she like starts pulling at your cheeks. Anyone else want to do anything?
At that point, I go unconscious.
Hell no.
I'm out.
Yeah, she like pulls at your cheeks, just slaps you to the ground, just raises up the sword. Let's see how good you really are. And puts the sword in you one more time. You take 2 death saves.
Ooh.
Wait, and I run to his side.
This is to test his constitution. And see if you can live through this. Unless you want to assist.
I look up at them. I'm not gonna fight.
I don't expect you to. But are you going to help your friend? Enos, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Yes. Oh, shit. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds
I
on
need
him.
Enos' save first to figure out if he's alive or not.
Don't die, sir.
10?
10, you need it above a 10.
Yep, that's a success. That is as close to a failure as you could get.
Oh my god. Jesus.
So what are you doing, Eleanor?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
on Enos. I don't feel like rolling my dice, so I'll just do it and roll 20.
Okay. 9 points of healing. Pretty good
Hey.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Enos, as you're just like there, your body was fairly stunned, and you just feel the sword go into you one more time. As you feel your consciousness slipping, you feel a hand touch your arm, and you feel a little bit better, but still not great. So, hello. It's all very nice to meet Upper Worlders. The fact that you're here means you must be different in some way. Who was the one responsible for you?
How do you mean?
Who got you into the city? Because I know they didn't just let you walk in.
Irenvin.
Oh, dear God. Oh, Wolf, why have you done this to me?
Why don't y'all like a Irenvin?
They are powerful, sure, but their judgment is not the strongest. Similar to your friend here, I would assume that you can't read or write because what you did was just plain stupid. Irenvin is very similar. They are not very smart, so they cannot read or write. They are very limited in their linguistics and their writing capabilities. So, you got brought in by one of the dumbest drow in the city. Oh gods.
Well, I owe them my life.
Yeah, that's
So I
pretty
trust
fucking
them.
fresh.
Yes, they are powerful, as I had said, but power gets you only so far. They are not one of our higher commanders. So, you're in the city because...
It's a
Trying to
fact.
catch my
Oh.
breath. Oh.
No, a lot going
Ah,
on.
yes, many of you speak at once. This is
Yeah.
very good.
That's very fitting for our group.
Yeah.
Who wants to say it? Who wants to go first?
I'm interested to
Oh,
hear
no,
from all of you
absolutely.
to see if you have different stories. Let's start with you, Gnome.
Me?
Come with me, Gnome. We're going for a walk. Tell me about what's
Oh.
happening here.
Okay, I hold up my hand.
I will not hold your hand. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the giant green-furred creature is just staying with the other three of you, just staring at the three of you. And when it looks at Enos, it almost goes...
Damn.
It almost laughs at Enos.
To make a long story short, there is essentially a war coming for the city. There's a man that we came with that wants to burn down this town and kill everybody here.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Under what pretense is this war? Because usually there's a common understanding that there's one happening.
He just wants to murder everybody. He doesn't like drows, so. Yeah, I know. We tried to stop him before. Go.
Would you be able to give me any insights into this person?
Well,
Capabilities? How big is their army? Anything?
That's actually, I don't know how quite big the army is, but if they're like half as powerful as he is, we're gonna need all the help we can get because the four of us and Irenvin fought him, and I believe two of us got downed, like hurt really, really bad, and I don't think there's a third person.
Is that why your hair is so singed?
Yes, I almost died, like you did to my friend right there. What you did to my friend right there actually happened to my female companion over there. We got hurt badly, and we barely survived.
That explains why that was so easy then.
Yeah.
You did get a couple good hits on me, but there is one fairly big issue with your group. I don't know if you understand this, but most Drow cities are a matriarchy, so female Drow tend to run everything, and from what I can tell, you have two? I can't tell what that other one is. You have two males, and that's not very convenient for your group if you're trying to get any type of standing here.
we're just trying to get as much help as we possibly can and try to help you guys. Whatever we need to do.
What does this bad person know about the city? Besides that Drow live there.
About this city in particular?
Yes, this one that we are walking around in right now.
He doesn't know much about it from my understanding. We haven't gotten to it yet.
Well, that's good. It's kind of hard to do an offensive front if you don't know what defense they have.
Right. He's got a very strong offensive front, though.
And we're a giant rock in the middle of a dangerous lake.
I know you said Irenvin wasn't the brightest, but we didn't stand a chance. But I know you did say that Irenvin was one of your strongest. We're all worried for the safety of you and the city.
Well, it's definitely appreciated. There are two... she's probably brought you back around to the main group at this point. If you want potential to get into the Ferrite, this was a bad showing. Sorry to say, but apparently it wasn't your full potential. Whatever, I don't really care. You should have thought about that before challenging anyone. But just as of yesterday, I had put 2 new missions on the mission board that would get you into a decent ranking. One is more dangerous than the other, but both creatures are not to be dealt lightly. These are hunting missions. They pose a threat. So, I will let 3 of you talk about this. Who wants to tell me what they believe the story to be next? Raskus, give me a generic charisma check to see how well you portrayed this information.
Oh, God. Charisma?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said she came back to the rest of it.
Yeah, like she came back to give the information about the message board.
Well, we all
and-
know Raskus. That's a nat 1. Plus 1 though. So 2.
Yeah. I've done some research on gnomes. They can be tricksy. That's why I wanted to get that one out of the way first. I can't really tell
Alright.
if they're telling the truth. I'm sorry. So
Just say racist.
Before
I've never met
move on.
a gnome that was from the upper worlds. I only know the deep gnomes. Sorry. And they're not very nice either. So you're the nicest gnome I've met. If that has
I'm
any,
honored.
if that has any gratitude.
I just wish you'd take my word, but I understand. It's fine.
This is very dangerous circumstances.
I get it. It's all good. No worries.
Who would like to chat next?
I just have a quick question, and forgive me if I sound what's the word I'm looking for?
Dumb, brash,
Prideful, maybe?
prideful?
Maybe if we take both missions, would
Then
that
you
up
will
our
surely
standings?
die.
Oh, okay, fair.
If you try to do them at the same time, once you take a mission off the board, you are not let back into the city until it is completed.
Okay, that's good to know.
And you will probably have a big problem getting back into the city in the first place.
Good to know. Good to know.
Anyone else interested in giving me information, or am I going to go off of your friend's information alone?
I'll go next.
Good. What do I refer to you as?
They, them. My name
Okay.
is Winter. I don't do the whole gender thing.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe, but I just wanted to be respectful.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do.
Let's walk, Winter. Huh. They, them. It's one of the more complicated things to have in a matriarchy. Tell me what's going on.
Well, General Stormmane, that is the name of this human. He
Never heard of him.
Well, he's in the upper world, as everyone calls it down here. He is a tyrant, and he has a bunch of admirals that all have different capabilities. One for land and one for sea, and I personally haven't met them. I just heard talkings about it.
Oh yeah, because you haven't. That's right.
But he hired us as originally for a scouting mission to see things down here, and he told us that the moment we found it, we would burn it to the ground, and we couldn't allow it. So we fought.
Well, that's very noble of you.
It is. And we just want to help, and he has a lot of capabilities. He can use magic. He has this armor on him. Originally it looks like a normal suit, but once you make contact with it, it glimmers like gold.
A suit, like a suit and tie.
It's yes.
Upper worlders are so bizarre. Where's the fucking thing I'm looking for? It's a new book. I don't remember it. Oh, I flipped right to it. What is it? I forget what this is called. Yeah, continue. I'm listening and reading at the same time.
Okay. He's a large man. Just as a bit larger than my friend over there.
That's not true. He's shorter than Enos.
Is he?
He's just faintly shorter.
Oh, I didn't know that. But he can make himself double in height.
Well, yes, there's magic for that.
Yes. He has a lot of capabilities, and he is well versed in magic, along with fighting. He seems very calculated when he goes into the whole fighting thing. He's not a fan of the whole hot-tempered type.
So no diplomacy is going to work with a man like that.
No. He wants bloodshed.
You know, so does the Ferrite family. But not of any particular races or anything like that. What this man is looking for is genocide.
Yes.
And that's not very admirable. It is kind of cowardice, in my opinion.
I don't know why, specifically, he has such a hatred for elves, for drow, but I don't know. It's something I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
We are not nice people. I'm assuming you didn't get welcomed with open arms as you probably would on the upper world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Things were not as welcoming, yes, but people are people, and I don't think that one bad example counts for all of them.
Well, I would sure hope not. And you guys start walking back. It is very interesting, the whole they-them thing. We don't know how to rule it in this matriarchy, so... Oh, fuck, am I gonna get this wrong again? Where is it? The head of the Mayfin is a they-them as well.
Wonderful.
So, you might have something in common with them in some way, some shape or form. But to meet with any of the other higher-ups in the families is definitely going to be difficult for you all. So, I wish you luck in that endeavor.
Thank you.
Give me a charisma check to see how well they believe you. And I swear, if you all roll low, this will be hilarious.
I'd probably cry.
I don't want to use the new one. I almost used the new dice. I don't feel like using that one. Yes, sir. That's a 15 plus 1, 16.
Okay. Yeah. She brings Winter back to the main group. If you guys wanted to have talked to each other while they were talking, you obviously could.
I probably just generally check on Enos to make sure he's okay, since I can't heal him more.
Yeah, he just has a bunch of slices and bruises across his body. Most of you do from today.
Yeah, I mean, I could heal. Actually, I could heal both of y'all if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay. Then I guess while they're talking, can I use just cure wounds twice?
Yeah.
Or...
Actually, I'm okay to not get healed, but
Okay.
Enos definitely needs it.
I could do that, or I could do prayer of healing.
It takes 10 minutes, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
I
fair.
probably wave it off. I'm like, I'm fine. Don't worry about
Okay.
me.
Okay. Enos, prepare for the cure wounds. I just walk up. Are you still laying down?
I'm sitting down.
You're sitting down. Okay, I just walk
Probably
over and
against the wall,
like touch your face.
Okay.
We're all still.
His
Enos
little
and I
tiny
are
doll
both
hand
sitting.
just touches your face.
Yeah.
We all can look at Raskus in the
baby.
eye now.
Thank you. I never get to do that. You get the 6.
Thank
It
you.
is kind of weird seeing everybody in the eyes.
Thank
Can
you.
y'all just like stand up? Actually, I don't like this.
So much wider than I am. I don't like it down here.
Yeah, actually, this is my space. Y'all need to go back there, please.
Yeah,
I'll-
go back
I'll
to
look
breathing
up
up
the
there. I
Yeah,
got my pure
doesn't
H2O down here.
Yeah.
Not H2O.
tamper with my
Thanks, yeah.
oxygen. You're
I
welcome.
was in chemistry.
After
Why
the
did I
help.
do that?
Thank you, Raskus. But I
You're
mean,
welcome.
are you sure you're okay, Eleonora? You looked pretty hurt earlier.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, really?
Okay. Fair enough.
Captain Sardreza comes back. So, I'm assuming you're not going to try one of those missions today. Seeing as
Correct.
I just almost killed him, and the rest of you look like shit.
Yeah.
That's the nicest way I can talk to people, I'm sorry.
No,
fair
you're
enough.
right. We look like shit.
Most of you are burned, so that's... yikes.
At least I'm not.
You look like you've seen a ghost recently, but that's none of my concern, as I'm not your commanding officer.
Yet.
Watch it, young lady. I can give you Barry. He can follow you around. He's kind of my insignia of trust. Because if people just see you walking around without a drow chaperone, you will most likely not make it to another district. From fear, more than anything.
Is there any place that we could stay to rest before we go on a mission?
There are two options. There's the barracks here. We have a couple rooms if you'd want to stay here. I don't want you here. I don't recommend it. But if you go to the dock district on the other side of town, there's an inn there. There's also a tavern and a pub if you need to cool down from whatever you're doing. But there will be eyes on you because we have to.
We're a sore thumb. I
I'm literally
understand.
glowing, so... Not really.
I'm just short.
So, if you don't want to head to the mission board, I can just tell you the two missions now, and you can decide from there.
Sure.
Yeah, you can just tell us, and we'll just go straight to the inn, because I don't want to go to the barracks.
I can just give you a little write-up on whichever one you do decide on.
Okay.
There are two somewhat dragonoid creatures within some of the caves, and they're encroaching into our territory, and we do not like it. One of them is more dog-like, the other one is a giant lizard, but both can be seen as extremely dangerous. The dog is very quick moving. We call it an Odegarin. And the other creature is called a Gyrus.
What can you tell us about the Gyrus?
The Gyrus is the lizard one. It does not move as fast as the Odegarin, but its main thing is getting too close to it. It has almost like this paralysis effect that surrounds it. It almost oozes out paralysis effect. But it can also congeal it into a spit, and it can spit it at someone from a distance. It is very nasty paralysis. You will not be moving for a little while if you get hit by it. The Odegarin's main threats is its claws are so sharp that it's very hard to cure its cuts. You will most likely bleed out before much time goes by without correct medicine checks. We do have others that are interested in joining the Ferrite. Some have abilities, some do not. If you want to find them, you can. If you want us to give you an informant, they will go with you, and that's going to be really your only way back into the city. So no matter what, you have to have some kind of drow from Omva Alandi with you.
I think that then we would take the informant. Well, how does it work? Is it like a directory? Is it some random? citizen?
It will most likely be at random. You can test your luck and try and get a new person, one of the other recruits that are interested in the jobs but don't have a team. You can try and find a couple of them if you'd want to. Or
Would
we
we be
can...
able to bring Irenvin with us?
No, they will most likely have to go back to Smash and Crab and see what is left and keep doing reports that way.
Where would we find those interested recruits? In the message board, or?
They'd probably be around the message board, yes, but if you'd want, you can probably buy out one of our better scouts and spies, because that's kind of the order of everything within the Ferrite family. If I scroll down far enough, I can find it. We have me, who is the captain and main commander for the entire Ferrite family. There are the Spider Riders. Those are the second strongest things we have. We have scouts and spies, which can get you through the terrain you need to at a faster pace. And then our lowest tier are just regular hunters. They're not really suited for the creatures of that size, but they can still assist you by setting up traps and other things like that.
And the second mission, we discussed that.
The second commission? You're talking about the Odegaran.
It's the...
We choose which creature we're
You
going
choose which
after.
one.
Oh,
Yes.
there's two different creatures.
Yes,
I thought
there are
the
two
same one.
creatures.
Okay. I thought they were the same. That's my bad.
The Odegaran is a lot easier to see because it is a fairly bright red color. The Gyrus can be more camouflaged with its black scales with some faint strikes of yellow. Time out. Does anyone know those two creatures? Because they are from a
I do
video
from
game.
Monster Hunter.
Fuck yeah.
Because my friend got me playing it again, and I was like, I want interesting creatures. I
It's
have
so
them
good.
now.
If you need people to play Monster Hunter with, I got you. Anyway.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It's a great-
Question for DM.
Yeah.
Is paralysis, like, does the Gyrus function by, like, poisoning someone to paralyze them? Is it considered a disease? Is it...
It would be like a poison.
So I wouldn't be immune to it.
Correct. Because like a disease is a long-term effect. This is you got hit by something and now you are suffering from it for a short-term period of time. Where a disease is like, I have this for life.
Just was curious.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Well,
mentally
good news.
traumatized.
You can't become a werewolf because you can't get my brain just full stuttered.
lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. Yep, there it
There you
is. We
go.
found it.
There it is.
I like saying lycanthropy, but it's not right.
What do you
Sorry.
like? I like anthropy.
I like
Like
it, Robbie.
copy.
I
I-
like anthropy.
I don't want to be part of this conversation anymore.
Anyway.
So, unless you'd want to go to the message board, I can give you the same kind of write-up for whichever creature you want to go after. If you want to do both, you're insane, but I'm not going to stop you.
Did we get the information for both and ponder over each a little longer?
I can
Or if
give
for
you
some reason
both,
one
but
doesn't go
you have to walk out of the city with one pamphlet in hand.
Okay.
If you walk out with both missions, we will know as the Ferritos, and we will expect you to bring back a trophy from both.
Okay. So maybe not.
Well, that we could still decide before we go.
Yeah,
We
so
will
like
just
if you want to
check.
go into the message board area to see if you can find others that would be interested, you might get more people, but they're not as capable as a lot of the Ferritos.
Let's
I
look.
think we should discuss.
Yeah,
at the
actually,
end,
Yeah.
discussing can
and then
work.
Let's
we'll pick
let's
up at
go
the message board.
let's go get some food and rest, and we can discuss a little bit, and we can pass by the message board on the way there too.
The message
Okay,
board's the
whatever.
other direction, sorry. It's by the
Then-
front gate.
Then we can go by the message board on the way out of the gates. Where the mission.
Tomorrow. when we leave. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of looking around the rest of this open area, you do see people training with spiders to like shoot web distances and like doing maneuvers with spiders. You see people that are working on intricate things, setting up traps and all these other like situations. Then there's people that you would expect to be there but aren't because they're spies and they're stealthy. But like you can see the different types of people kind of training here. There are just like they do have a lot of them that seem to be specifically training on a certain task. They have someone with them that has like a clipboard. One of the perks of being in the Ferrite family is access to many trainers. They will help you with whatever training you really need. They are very well diverse in combat economy and understanding combat.
That sounds fun.
I look at Densardreza and Elvish, which I know Winter can understand, but I don't really. Would there be someone who could give me specialized training to? I don't know if Drow. Well, I guess they're Drow. That would be their race, but I have some skills that I would like to learn how to use a little better. And
Under what pretenses are you asking?
I didn't
Medical
know if there
knowledge, fighting.
was any
You want to
fighting.
learn how to spend and acquire money better?
Fighting.
Okay. We have a lot of different trainers here that could teach you any form of fighting that you would require.
All right. Thank you.
But you have to get into the Ferrite family. And, like she like whispers it to you, Eleonora. You have the best chance of making it far within the city because you are female, and as I said to a couple of the others, this is a matriarchy. So, I'm assuming you're the leader of this group, right?
I don't really know anymore.
Okay. That's fine. But, if you guys do get into this family and attempt to be a team here, you are going to be the one they look to. The other higher-ups within the Ferritos.
That's a lot of weight.
Because
And
men, am I right? And she like
responsibility.
nudges you.
You're not wrong.
Seeing how the one was very brash, and then the other one I couldn't believe, I don't know what to say about this group. Prove me wrong, please. I would love to be proven wrong. Good luck.
Thank you.
You got this. You're probably the only one that'd be able to meet the 5 leaders of the families anyway. And she just like moves back out. So, are you going to wait on your decision, or should I write something up now?
Could we go ahead and get information for both, and we will discuss?
I
Our
can give you
options
the
over
mission
the-
slips for both, yes.
Yes, please.
She like looks around. Him, get his attention. And she like points to one of the guys with a clipboard in hand. And to bring him over here. He walks over, she just grabs the clipboard out of his hand, flips the paper over, writes it down, and hands it to you, and says, I guess you gotta start over, and hands it back to him.
Damn.
But here's your 2 mission slips. And she like waves her hand over both of them, and you do see the spider insignia with a really fancy F on the abdomen. If you leave the city, that will flare. Symbol will flare up, and it will become activated. So, if you go for both, good luck. Only take one if you really want to. Now, get out of my barracks, please.
Okay.
Doom, 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 doom.
Oh, there's our guy.
Could you real quickly point us in the direction of the inn, or of the dock district?
Barry, you know where the pub and inn are, right?
Yeah.
Just take him there.
Barry.
And that is where we will take our break. Because we've been going for an hour now. We come back into the world of Telione. You guys are in Omva Alandi. You were just kicked out of the Ferrite Barracks. And Barry is leading you towards the Docks District. So he just starts to bring you through many of these other like walkways. Yet again, there's a lot of drow just staring at you, just confused. They see Barry. They're just like, okay. It's like they're not wearing chains. There's not prisoners. This is interesting. There's like just a lot of mumbling going on between people. Looking off to your left side, because this city is fairly well lit for Enos and everyone, since you don't have as good as dark vision as they do. There's just these lanterns very frequently around of like a dull purple shade that just illuminate most of this city. Not enough to make it so it's like, hey, look here, there's a city. It's just a nice glow all around. Looking off to your left side, you see this giant... Oh, I can't remember how I described it because it's so bizarre. What district am I in? This one. There's this large stone mass that has this pink power just oozing off of it. It almost seems to be getting funneled into the building next door to it. Looking farther down the road, you see all of these just like weird wooden contraptions going up. They seem to have some kind of pulley system. There's rocks and ores getting pulled out of holes in the ground. In that same area is where you kind of see the cacophony of the security web. You see like a lot of the bigger strands coming from that area as well. You see some houses, a lot of houses. At one point, you can kind of see, because it's a little bit on like a rounded off stalagmite, you see this house that seems to be surrounded by a tall wrought iron fence. It's a large dark stone building, and it's bearing the same crest as you've seen several times before of the spider with the large fancy F on the abdomen. Off to your right side, you see some smaller stores, but yet again, it's a lot of these taller 2 to 3 story houses that probably are holding a lot of people within them. You see this other stalagmite kind of towering over the rest of these buildings. There's a nice little drapery of webs going over it, and you can see through some of the draperies this beautiful stained glass that depicts several different stories. Stories as in like fairy tale, not stories as in height. Continuing a little bit farther down, you see these 4 plots of land. One seems to be a circle. It has like almost like an atrium effect kind of going around it, where you see several different types of trees and mushrooms, like the same like mushroom trees you had seen at the beginning of the Underdark, like just really tall, and you swear you can almost hear some creatures within it. You see what looks to be a God, is it a pasture? Like a farm that has a lot of meat animals, like pigs and cows and stuff like that, over in one of the other farms. And then one of the last two, the last one on the right, it's one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. It's very well crafted. You can see walkways and other drow kind of just walking through there. There's a bunch of lights just dangling over top. You can see vegetables and fruits and all these different plants that even you haven't really seen before. But it's kept in such a way that it looks to be more like a walk-through garden that's just for like relaxation and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Looking past the atrium and the very beautiful plot of land, you see on another rounded off stalagmite a large, lovely-looking two-story building that's just surrounded by an amazing garden and greenery. And you guys make your way past all of these little fields, whether it be of animals, plants, or trees, to the giant wall that kind of blocks off, which has just one entrance going forward. It has this, like, the normal, like, drop-down gate, but it's about halfway out, because it's in the middle of the day for them. And Barry just walks straight through it. A couple of the guards are looking at you, similar to how everyone else is, but they see Barry and just like, hopefully they're okay, and not mind controlling the creature. Do any of you know what this creature is?
I was just about to ask what this creature looks like again. I just remember a big green creature.
Yeah,
Bugbear?
it's like it has this big hunchback. It's quadrupedal, and it's like super elongated arms and legs, covered in this green fur, and it has a pretty small head. Do I have a picture of one readily available?
I can imagine it, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a. Is it? I don't think
It's
a
not a
bugbear.
bugbear.
Okay.
Swamp
Because I don't think those are. I was gonna say I don't
feel
think they're
I
like
should know.
quadruped.
I feel like I should know.
Looks like
It's a
that.
damn Sam Squinch.
Oh. Wow.
Wagon. That's creepy. That's
No
scary.
idea.
Yeah, but this one's like covered in scars. It probably even has a several arrow sticking into its back because it's just lumbering forward.
I don't like it. Go away.
Yep.
It's cute.
But like looking around, especially around the farming district, you do see several more of them just around. They don't look as beat up as this one. They seem to almost be assisting the other drow with harvesting and stuff like that. But you make your way through the gate. To your left, you see this path that kind of winds up and goes to just this flat platform, and it just doesn't really make that much sense to you. But on the right side, atop this really much taller stalagmite, you see this beautiful, beautiful castle. It's enclosed by these large 4 protective walls surrounding it. And the pathway going up towards that castle seems to be mildly traveled. It's not like it's walked like constantly during the day. 2 people give me perception checks.
Got you.
I can do the other one if no one else wants to, but my perception's not great.
What is it?
It's a plus
know what?
1.
You go ahead.
I'll do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Go for it, yeah.
16.
11 plus 6, so 17.
Yeah. Like, looking at the castle, you kind of look back the other way. It's like, why is there just a random flat platform? So you decide to look up, and you see this colossal stalactite from the ceiling that's coming down. And there's several purple lights kind of emanating from some of the windows in there, but you don't see a way to get up there. But you make
So there, like windows in the stalactite.
Yeah, it looks like there's windows in the stalactite. You can see some like purple glow coming from out of it, but there doesn't seem to be any easy way up there. But you guys make your way through this district, through another one of the giant walls that has a gate that's still halfway up. And the smell of fish just hits you like a brick wall. It is not a pleasant feeling.
Does it smell like home for me?
A little bit, yeah. But stronger. A lot stronger. And you kind of walk down, and it branches off into 4 different pathways. You can see 4 different docks at the end of this as the island kind of slopes back down to make it so this is more of the surface of the lake that you are approaching. But you see some smaller houses here, like almost like they're temporary houses more than people constantly living there. But you do, following Barry, you're going to the inn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
where the tavern and like the place.
Not all 3 of them are there. There's 3 different buildings.
Fuck.
There's a tavern, an inn, and a pub.
Would the tavern have alcohol?
Probably.
Yes.
I look at everyone else. Do you want alcohol and food, just alcohol, or sleep?
Sleep.
Well, I think we should eat first.
You can't really sleep yet
Hang out.
for a long
Yeah.
rest.
We should probably eat first.
I guess I'm hungry now.
No, you
Suddenly
can
I'm
be
very
tired, but
hungry.
you can't get your long rest for like another 10 hours.
Suddenly I'm
No.
very hungry. Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, by like a magical force, like the voice of God said I was actually hungry.
Yeah. Like as you start talking, Barry just turns around, just like staring.
To the tavern, please. I say in Elvish.
Barry.
And starts making. You said tavern, right? My attention span is so incredibly low. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, he takes you down one of the first paths on the left side, and he walks up to this building. And you're just like, I thought we were going to a tavern. You see that there's a building that appears to be out of place. It doesn't really make much sense with the other shacks and temporary homes around. It's beautifully carved stonework statue of a curled up dragon of some kind that is sleeping with its mouth wide open, and you can see a door in the mouth.
Cool.
Well, I'll walk in.
Yeah, Barry cannot fit in here. He is way larger than the door.
No.
Oh no.
So he just gets up next to the door and like ushers if you wanted to go in.
Thank you. Thank you, Barry.
And he just plops down.
I don't
Aw.
like his-
Can I try to rub him on the head? Give him like a
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
Barry's gonna bite y'all.
You reach out and he just
Yeah.
grabs you and just picks you up
Oh.
and then puts you back down and then just stares.
Take that as I know.
I'm sorry. I should have asked for your consent.
Barry.
Okay.
Yes, we go inside.
Yeah, I guess we're going. Sorry, we're gonna.
Like
Sorry about that.
this statue's probably only about 8 feet off the ground, so the door is probably like 5 to 6 feet tall. So it is not fun to go through this door, Enos.
Mm-hmm.
But
Feels
once
great.
you enter through the mouth, there's just a staircase that seems to be leading down into the stone below. Looking at the walls of this staircase, there's just a bunch of scribblings along the walls. It looks to be as if like people wrote their names and stuff like that on there. Very elvish, very I can't pronounce them as me. But once you make it to the bottom of these steps, there's more sound once you start making your way down there. The staircase opens up and you see a very large room from down underneath the city. There's a large amount of tables. There's a abnormally long bar. There's several drow elegantly moving around and lovely music being played. There's a sign at the bottom of the stairs that says "The Faint Dragon Tavern." In Elvish,
Cool.
of course. But you do see 3 drow bartenders. There's several drow, and these grayish dwarves are also down there as well. They just seem to be dancing, drinking, eating, all of the sorts. As you guys walk in, there's kind of like
Oh.
several people just start looking over in your direction, including the band.
One drink, please.
I just glare at everyone. As
Give
you
me a
were
charisma
with
check, Raskus, because this could be really funny if you roll good enough.
What am I? What am I? What am I?
Charisma,
rolling
just
again?
regular charisma. If you can do persuasion if you want.
The same. 13.
Okay. You see a couple of these gray dwarves go, yeah! One drink here!
Let's go. Alright. Eleanor, what were you doing?
I was just as you were.
Oh.
Nothing. Just
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of cheering because this gnome walks in and says, "One drink, please," with utter confidence. Yeah, but you see several of these gray dwarves. They're talking with the drow. There's drow everywhere. There's a drow band playing. There's a violinist, there's a guitarist, there's someone on the drums, there's a singer, sure. But the bar is probably about like 30 feet long with probably 20 chairs.
And you said there are tables as well, right?
Yeah, there's also a bunch of tables. This is like a giant restaurant under the ground. One of the bartenders just like looks over. You can just take a seat wherever you want. New friendly faces.
Thank you.
You said one drink, correct?
Yes. Your finest drink.
Oh, the finest. Oh, perfect.
Yes. I'm a man
And I'll
of
take the
class.
strongest.
Okay. The other two, the one who can barely fit in this building, and then the one with the mask. What would you all want?
Wine. Wine would be good.
Your strongest drink and some food would be great.
I'll be right over with a menu. Do not worry. This is a male drow in this position. They have a nice little towel over their shoulder. They're just constantly moving. Like even while they're just talking to you, they've probably made 2 or 3 drinks. Yeah. He just hops over the counter and puts a menu out in front of you. I did not plan food, so figure you can think of some things you'd want. So I have strongest, 2 strongest, most expensive, and wine, correct?
Yes.
Our specialty within the city is fish. We do have other options. If you do not like that, we do have vegetables, fruits, mushrooms, cow, pig, some chickens. They are the rarest thing to get down here.
I will take whatever your what's it called? Your house item is. Just your
Ooh.
standard, what you're known for.
Okay. For everyone else,
I'll take a pig.
an entire pig.
A pig, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Cooked, preferably.
That is a very good distinction, sir.
Yeah.
So I just imagine they have like a world's best coffee sign, like a little LED sign. Sorry. I'll take. Do you have like vegetarian options?
We can make.
mushrooms.
We can do salads. We can magically implant things.
I'll just stick with the regular salad, I think.
Okay.
Do you happen to have an assortment of maybe an appetizer of mushrooms? I've been curious to try the selection, but nothing huge. Just maybe a small platter of a variety.
That's perfectly fine, as long as you have the coin for this.
Absolutely.
How much are we talking? How much is like my drink and my food? How much is this gonna be?
Your drink was about 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
For your salad, that would be about 2 or 3 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm chilling then. Okay. I'll take splurging 2 salads.
Good choice. Our chefs
Thank you.
are very well versed in their capabilities here.
I'll take a salad too. Why not?
You're giving them an easy night. They will like that. Except for the pig. We gotta figure that one out. That will take the longest. I'm sorry, Mr. Large Man.
It's okay.
I am Devral, by the way. I'm one of the bartenders and main waiting staff, I guess you could call me.
Devral, you said?
Yes, Devral. Divral.
Thank you for your hospitality. I
Nice
know
to meet you.
are a little different from your usual patronage.
We have Draugr and her all the time. They're probably the worst patrons. What do you mean? See, they're the loud ones. So far, you guys haven't been that bad.
Tell everybody.
Try to keep it that way.
Yes. If you need anything else, I'm literally 10 feet away, and I can hear you if you need me. And
Thank you.
Devral just scatters, disappears. Poof, he's
He
gone.
hasn't brought drinks yet, though, right?
Yeah,
You're
he's
just
not
taking
brought
orders.
drinks. But one of the other bartenders comes over and puts 4 drinks down.
Excellent.
Cool.
It says here, your strongest, most expensive, and wine. Wine is the best choice.
Wow,
Do I
Have,
thank
want
you.
to
have a
know
nice
what's in
meal.
this before I drink it? Do I want to know what this is before I drink?
It is fairly early. People don't usually ask for this. How do you feel about going to sleep?
I don't care.
Then it will be lovely.
Perfect. And
Mm.
Oh wow.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
There you go.
Enos, you will also have to make a Constitution saving throw if you drink it.
I'm just gonna.
You already ordered it.
Yeah, I'm downing it.
Okay.
Total of mine's a lot. 23.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get back to that. I'll probably remember those numbers. We'll see.
23 and like
And
what,
7?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll write those down so you don't forget, because I want to know what happens.
Yeah.
Divral comes back out and places just a plate that has dirt on it. It's like, you wanted the mushrooms, correct?
Yes, that was me.
Oh, okay. And he like reaches up to grab the light that's above the table, gets it really close, it brightens very like quickly, and you just see all of these different types of mushrooms just grow out from it.
That's so cool.
That should be good. They're as fresh as they can be. They grow super fast when very close to bright light.
What's the best way to eat these?
Whole.
Perfect. And I and then my mouth.
Are these like?
Typically with a fork.
Yeah.
You are
He
very.
said the whole thing.
Like, he just like picks one off and just goes, "This is you take it out and you put it in your mouth." I don't know how upper worlders do it. I'm quite sorry, but it's just the fastest way that we know.
No.
Because it's like
Yeah.
it's not like the mushrooms are huge. They're all like bite-sized. Like it's like a
Yeah.
menagerie of bite-sized mushrooms.
Okay.
And I'm assuming with how much I was in the woods growing up that I would have picked mushrooms. Like,
Yeah.
learned how to
These
cook
don't look
them, so I'm
anything
trying-
like anything you've seen before.
Oh yeah, but similar concept. Except
Sure.
I have no ideas what these might do.
Correct.
We're just casually doing mushrooms, you guys.
Yeah,
That's why I was
you
like,
guys are
a
just
mushroom
casually
barbecue.
just drinking and eating in a place that you don't know.
Yeah.
So you start partaking in your mushrooms. You start sipping on your drinks. Raskus, yours is. It almost has like the taste of roses, and then it switches over to a plummy taste, and then it just stays sweet as it finishes going down, and you get that sensation every single time. It feels like a warm like hug. It feels like what you would imagine the taste of love to kind of be like in the beginning, and then it just moves its way to just a sweet aftertaste. I know nothing about alcohol, so this is me
I can tell
doing
you.
fantasy
I can tell
stuff.
You, it does not taste like that.
If only.
Well, you
Yeah,
know, this is
only.
drow alcohol.
Magic. What is that?
I
Um,
could got the vodka. out.
Yeah, the
Um,
strong stuff smells very strong. It does not go down very smooth. It burns.
I
And
do
then-
not care.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
and then effects
that
happen
one.
later. The wine, delicious. That's all I know about wine. It tastes grapey.
Cool.
That's
Grape
okay.
juice.
It tastes like grape. It is
Yeah.
alcoholic grape juice, is my
Like
understanding
like
of
a
wine.
Fanta grape.
Yeah.
You're great, Monty.
Yeah, it's great. The bowls of salad come out. They're about the size of you, Raskus, both of them.
Oh shit.
They are very nice portions. Eleonora asked for the special for the night, and Enos asked for a pig.
Oh, pig.
A live pig.
Yeah. A cooked live pig, preferably. So while Raskus and Winter are eating their salads, it's really weird to watch Winter eat or drink anything because it's underneath the mask.
Mm.
The mask does not come off.
Yeah, like shove it back to the top.
Just gets a funnel put in the mouth
Yeah.
hole.
Just...
Can you blend up my salad, please?
Eventually, a very large. Oh God, how am I going to explain this? It's a very large fish. It has almost like this purple radiance to the scales that are still on the head, but the inside of it just looks very good. There's no spine or anything in there. It's more, they just left the head on as like looks. And there's also like a potato on the side and other things besides just a large plate of fish.
So, glorified fish and chips.
Sure.
That's good, actually.
And about 40 minutes later, Enos's pig arrives.
Ooh.
You see 3 people carrying the platter. Devral and then 2 people you haven't seen yet. You would assume them to be the cooks. They walk out. One of the other bartenders comes over and pulls a different table over from one of the Draugr, and they place down the pig on that. Okay. We got your pig, and we did cook it. It was the weirdest order we've ever had. Because we don't have people your size ever walk in here. You're like 3 drow and 5 Draugr. Oh boy.
Take that as a compliment, thank you. And I'll just grab a piece of the...
We are not giving you a pig ever again. This is a one-time deal.
Fair enough.
This is the cook. She's not happy.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Yes, please never order a pig again.
I bite into it. How does it taste?
It tastes fantastic. It is seasoned perfectly. There's a bunch of different pepper. It seems like it was basted in a lemony type of just based all around it. I understand you all are new here, seen as obvious, yeah. The amount of work I had to go through to get that pig, and then kill it, and then cook it, all in a reasonable amount of time.
You did great.
You work fast.
Yeah.
My compliments.
Magic is powerful. It is a very powerful
Very
thing.
good.
Well, I take your compliments, and I better see it in the tip.
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
Have a lovely meal, and all of that. Goodbye.
Spending money.
So,
Mm.
I guess as we're eating, I'm just gonna be like, okay, so what do we want to do? Like, what?
Yeah, this would
Which
be
do you
before
think
your
is a
pig
better
arrives,
option?
because Eleonora is not awake by then.
Oh, okay, cool. Which mission do we want to take?
I
Which do you think is
personally
the better?
feel better about the Gyrus because if we can try to do ranged attacks, which you can't really do, Enos.
I have a javelin.
You have 4.
Javelins. Oh, I thought I had 3 and I broke one. Could have sworn okay.
You might have 3, but you're supposed to start with 4.
Actually, I didn't consider that. Enos, you can't fight range. We roughly can, but maybe so we are all able to contribute to the combat with this beast. We go with the Odogaron.
I could always get close and distract it if I don't get paralyzed while you guys stay at a distance. I'm fine with that.
Because we can't heal with the Odogaron. Most likely.
It's hard to
Yes.
heal, you said, and
It's
it's very
hard to heal.
fast moving.
So, do you want to take the risk of being paralyzed but can heal better, or not be paralyzed but also miss more often, probably, and take a lot of damage?
This is also why you had the options of the different types of Ferto employees. They have their own specialities to them.
We should.
Is
We should
there... Sorry, go on.
We should get, if we do the Odogaron, we should get one of those spider riders. I saw them doing something with some webs, and that maybe can slow it down.
Eleanor, what do you think?
Just a thought.
Well, I don't feel particularly good about either of these, but if that's what it takes to get an audience with the 5, then I'll do whatever it takes.
I kind of feel this might just be my idea, but if we employ someone for the Ferritos, would they consider less of us since we had to employ help? I know she said to get help, but maybe a recruit's help instead, the one who's trying. Because if we have to go to their family to get into their family, I don't. That's just, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
No,
what they're there for, but
Stormcloak in the situation.
No,
that also
I understand.
But that also gives them an opportunity to learn how we fight and see if we're trustworthy.
That's also true.
That's a good point.
Hmm.
We could try and see if we find any good scouts on our waiting. Ask people what their abilities are and stuff like that are waiting by the message board, and if none of them catch our interest, then we head to the barracks and employ.
Yeah, I agree with.
That's my idea. I don't know what you guys think.
No. It makes sense. I agree with Eleonora, though. It seems like we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. Honestly.
And I really don't want to see another battle for a long time.
I think that's out of our control.
While you're having this conversation, you see this extremely drunk drow walk over. Did you say something about recruits?
Nope.
That's
Maybe.
That's not what my friend told me.
Why do
Who's
that?
your friend, my pal?
He's one of the Draugr. They take alcohol a lot better than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to get an audience with your Drowder friends?
Probably. They're like 6 drinks in. But they're basically sober.
Mm-hmm.
But did you need recruits or something?
We've been thinking about it, yeah.
Are you looking to join the Fairtail family?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about your Drowder friends?
Oh, they have plenty of work. The main families are only really for the Drow. The Draugr just help out where they can. If anything, they're all Rillen raised, which doesn't really seem fair, but that's fine.
I'm sorry, but how good are you with a blade? Or what's your specialty?
Can I insight him to see if he's just like full of shit? Okay.
Sure, insight check.
I'm getting a pretty good vibe about this guy, though, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
Like, looking at his physique and other things like that, there's some traits of a potential fighter in him. He's not carrying any weapons or anything on him.
But like how he talks about himself or whatever, like
he's extremely drunk.
Fair.
He's flabbergastedly wasted.
Yeah, I'll just okay. I'm gonna just hear him out still. Just be like,
I worked with a lot of the fishing people.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to catch things.
Oh.
Are you good at setting traps?
Sorry.
Traps.
Are you?
I'm good with rope. Wow, that one hit me hard.
Good.
Yep, I'm fine.
Okay.
You might smell it in a minute.
Okay.
I'm like face level with this, aren't I?
Well, he's like at your table. He like walked up to your table.
Oh, okay. I was making sure.
I can craft things.
What's your favorite thing to craft?
Nets.
Okay.
Okay.
like big or like small?
Yeah.
What are we working with?
We would tie the nets together between two of the boats and do like a sweeping motion. So, like 20-foot
Who am
net.
Who am I sitting next to? Just someone say me. I don't care. Whoever's
Me.
sitting next to me, I lean over. We could use him to catch the Odogaran. We could trap him in a net, and then he can't.
I think we could circle back to this guy.
You said Odogaran? Oh. That sounds...
What do you know about an Odogaran?
Oh,
I
they are
like that.
extremely dangerous. I've heard of a couple scouts going out and spotting them. I never believe them because it just sounds like a fairy tale. A dragon,
right.
that's a dog. That's just bullshit in my opinion. I'd like to see one. I've caught most of the fish in this lake. I could probably catch a dragon.
Inside check.
They are very similar.
I was gonna say, why do it? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say another insight check. Come on, y'all.
Well, how about this? When you sober up, we'll be in the inn.
I feel
Come and
great
find us
right
and
now.
talk to us.
No, you look great.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. And he falls out of his chair and then gets back up really quickly.
Okay.
Go take a nappy nap, eat a snack.
Sounds like a good idea.
We are bad bitches, not sad bitches.
Yes, we got this. You're good.
If you're
Oh.
interested,
We'll let you know.
I'll be by like the gate tomorrow. That's where.
Okay.
What's your name?
Your name?
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Molnor.
Molnor.
We can find somebody
M-O-L-N-O-R.
else. We can find somebody else.
Nice to meet you, Molnor. I hope the night's treating you well, and I
It's
kind of
been great.
like take on my staff and kind of like prop him up, make sure he doesn't like fall over, and just like be well on your way now, and just
Yeah, there's another round at my table. I should
yeah.
should
You go
probably-
see that.
Don't want to let it go to
probably
waste.
go back there. And he just stands up
Uh-huh.
and walks away.
Let's see.
Ugh.
Well, boy.
How am I
Well-
feeling at this point?
Your left eye's closed. You don't remember. You don't know why. Your right eye's just still open, but your left eye is just constantly closed. You can't open it.
Eleonora, does your face, it's doing something quite...
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, the entire left side of your face is very numb.
I'm just gonna lay my head down for a second.
Okay.
Fall asleep
Well,
like a little 5-year-old at the dinner table. Just
how's the what's the music playing in here? Is it very like lively or is it more calming?
It's pretty lively.
Yeah, you said there was a singer. Can you like demonstrate?
No.
and
Okay.
Oh,
Shot.
It's an all-female band.
Excellent.
Ooh, that's cool. I never. That's gonna probably make things difficult.
Not try to impress them. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say I look at the. Oddly enough, I look at the rest of the party. Well, I'm gonna drink this. I'll down the rest of the wine. And you just see I get up, and stroll over to, like, one of the band players or whatever, and I take out my violin. You wouldn't mind if I play with you?
Well, it's not very normal for that to happen, but sure, why not? We're in between sets. We'd like to at least see what you have by yourself first.
Oh god.
okay.
Oh, would you like some help?
Do you play an instrument, Enos?
I am proficient in a lyre.
But do you have one?
Do you have
I do
one?
not have a lyre. I was gonna ask them if they have a lyre they could borrow.
I
That's
have a
what the
lute,
guitar is
if anyone
supposed to
knows
be.
how to play a lute.
Yeah,
A lute.
sorry. I don't have one, but I'm proficient in one. I'm gonna ask them if I
I-
can borrow one. And
I wake up for a minute. I'm
Because I'm bored.
playing the lute.
I can play the crowbar. But that's
Mayonnaise
all
is
that
an
I have.
instrument.
I technically have a loot in my belongings.
Man, that's
Girl,
just
you're
been, that's just
asleep.
been all over the place.
I probably did not bring it to the Underdark level.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
value possession.
You know, so you walk up, ask if you can borrow one of the lyres, and just like, why would we ever let you have one of our equipments? That just doesn't make any sense.
That's a good point.
You're not a drow. And you're obviously male. I can tell by the fact that you're wearing basically no clothing, and I can see everything. You are not very subtle, in the least.
I just want to show you what we could do.
Oh my god.
I mean, I
Music
wasn't.
wise.
I didn't expect you to follow me, but
Well, I mean,
The lead singer looks over at you, Winter. Is that flirting with me?
No, I think he has his eyes on someone else.
Well,
But
he doesn't have very good chances here now, does he? She says in Elven.
yeah, I respond back in Elven, just like,
a little hopeless, but he means well.
I don't understand. You upper worlders, well, take the stage, masked friend.
what do you want me to roll?
It's a performance check, and then depending on how you roll, describe how it goes.
Cool. That is a 17, and I think it's plus.
So at least plus
Uh,
it sounded
it's
like
probably plus 1. It is plus 1, so 18.
one. Okay. A pretty good performance.
Winter kind of walks up to the stage. You've only seen Winter pull out like the violin at once and just put it back away because forgot that they were in a loud, like a spacious environment. I kind of go off of what was just playing before. It was jovial, trying to just harmonize and just captivate the vibe of the last thing that was played.
Okay.
And if it's starting to die down in the place, just something maybe more just elegant or somber, just to try to.
I would imagine there's like
Latin.
dancing around you would probably go
Yeah.
as well as a elegant
Yeah.
monk.
Yeah, you just see just light dancing, almost waltzing around the room.
Yeah.
Playing.
The lead singer, her jaw is like dropped. She's like, I was not expecting that. Okay, interesting. They do have a violinist as well, and she's so enamored by what you're doing. She tries to hop in to like do little back melodies to everything you're doing, and the drummer's just sitting there, just like, here we go, and just starts going, and it becomes this out of nowhere. It swaps from like the elegance to like jazz to liven up a little bit more. You see the Draugr just getting so rowdy. I can't say excited because that's not what they are. They're rowdy. They're just getting excited. They're like doing they can't really foot stomp because their legs don't hit the ground, but they're like slapping the tankards and stuff on the table, and they're all even joining in. Eleanor, it's miserable trying to sleep in this room right now. You get up, your other eye stays closed, and you can only really feel your bottom right cheek at this point.
They're just looking
Oh, I
at
thought I was fully asleep.
Yeah, but it's so loud now that it's really hard to. Wow.
I just kind of look at Enos and Raskus.
Both of your eyes are closed. You motion over
look in
towards
the
them.
direction.
You're just like blacked out.
You're just like a
Straight up
bobblehead.
like laughing.
Just
You
the Mr.
fucking-
Krabs meme. Just the whole.
What's Raskus doing during all of this while Enos was attempting to do something?
I guess it depends on if I get drunk off of my drink or if it just is nice.
It's just it's less alcohol content. Like you can feel yourself getting tipsy, but that's probably like the end of the drink. But it's just like it's such a great feeling. Like you just feel like you're glowing from it.
Gotcha. I would say the whole time Raskus is probably just more in shock of the performance Winter just gave.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, oh, that bastard actually has some talent. I just kind of like eye contact with the staff that Winter has, just like, fuck you. And just kind of turns around and just doesn't pay attention anymore.
Just like, don't look at me like that.
Oh,
Raskus, give me an Arcana check.
oh shit. Arcana. Okay. That is a nat 1. But I
That's
have
like
a
your
plus
third one today.
I'm not proud of myself. So 2.
Yeah, you're just like, man, this drink is really fruity.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yup. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that just goes on. How long do you guys want to be here? Eleanor is blacked out, drunk at this point. By the time the rest of the food comes for Enos, Eleonora is out.
We haven't discussed I guess we still haven't decided which one we're gonna go for.
I thought we
said-
decided for the
Did we?
virus.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like at least.
Better
Okay, that's
to
fine.
be paralyzed than to not stop bleeding. I believe personally.
Okay, that's fine by me. I just didn't know
If we use Mole Nor guy, we could set a trap for
Mm,
the Odegaran,
you
and
put
then
a
it
lot
can't
of
be
faith.
passed.
Homie with the fishnets, but not like fishnets.
you
Hey,
could have
it's
fish
worth a shot. And he
I
wants
think-
to get into the Fair Toes.
I don't actually. Now that I think about it, I'd rather we have a spy from the Fairtoe because they know where it is, instead of us having to look around like idiots. You know, we have no idea where it is.
True.
And does it say on the thing that she gave us like the location? Or
It just like says in caves nearby is
Yeah.
an Odegaran.
I think the sooner that we get this done, the better it is. Because
we not
the danger is coming.
Can we not take a Molnor guy and like a hunter to track the creatures? That way we're not going with the family.
No, she made it pretty clear. Like, you could either take several recruits or one trained person.
This dude was shit faced at a bar. We're putting a lot of faith in him.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a spy from the Fairtoes. Because
like,
they already
won't
know
lie.
where it is. According to this guy, he said that recruits or spies from the Fairtoes have gone and checked it out.
Yeah, the
and
scouts
have
slash
talked about it.
spies. They're
Scouts,
the same,
yeah.
same deal.
They should know where. They should at least know where it is and should
they
be able to
also-
get us there safely.
Have no reason to help us. A
Well,
recruit's gonna
the
look
reason
this
is you're
just-
paying them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we-
That's
we
the other
pay them.
caveat, is the recruits are for free,
Mhm.
or you can pay a professional to join you.
He didn't say about like how much it would be, right?
Nope,
Or-
it would
I mean,
depend on the
it-
person.
It depend on the yeah.
Depend on the rank and the individual.
I mean, the captain, yeah, pretty much said that we can hire them. So I'm assuming if they know we're on this mission, there shouldn't be an issue. And we hire them, of course. That's just my thought.
But I don't say any of this because I'm.
This still could have been before it
Yeah.
got bad.
Mhm.
And one more thing.
And one more thing. Oh shit! Forgot. One more thing.
But to answer your earlier question, how long we're gonna be in here for? I don't know. Probably just enough to like we see like people to like start leaving, but not like hella late. So I guess like
Yeah, it's like you have to at least be here for an hour and a half to
Sure.
horrifyingly watch Enos devour an entire pig.
yeah, maybe 2, maybe 3 hours or 2. I guess I don't know. Somewhere in between late and early, I guess.
The best part is this is like early afternoon, like very early afternoon for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we could be here for a long time if we really wanted to.
No, my time is completely wrong here.
Uh oh.
Okay.
What's like a restaurant? How long do you stay at a restaurant?
No, because the way that their time schedule works is completely different from the
yeah.
way your time schedule works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 a.m. the bell goes off. Like 2 a.m. for you guys is when the bell goes off. Right now we're pushing probably about 11 a.m.
Okay.
So that's 9 hours into their day. So yeah, it's like halfway through the day for them.
Okay.
Oh.
Because they stay
Okay.
up for 20 hours, sleep for 4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good. Good shit.
If only. So yeah, we take our time then, I guess, since it's still like the day,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. All these people that are in here wasted, this is day drinking. This is hard day drinking.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was trying to do something. Sit down and eat my pig.
Yeah. The band actually come up to you a little bit later, Winter. It's like, so if you're ever, how long are you going to be around here?
We're going to be here for probably a good amount of time. We are gonna go hunt something, more or less tomorrow. But
Ugh, how
yeah,
barbaric of you. That's disgusting.
yeah, but we want to help out. You know, give back to the community and all of that.
You want to give back to a community that you do not know.
We want to help. There's something
That's-
ominous on the way.
Ooh, I love ominous. Please tell me.
Well,
You definitely intrigue me. You play the violin like an expert, but you don't show your face.
about that, that's a long story.
We have time.
But
We have time
Okay.
between sets right now. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
okay.
Man,
Nice.
I'm trying to get under that map.
If you can.
Wait. Can I overhear this? Can I roll to see if I overhear this conversation?
This
or
is
would I-
pretty
would
far
I-
away, but this probably would interest you. That you can try and get closer if you
Oh, I
want.
thought they were back at the table. Never mind.
No, like this is like moving around at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to scoot a little bit more, closer.
Yeah. Are you doing it stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I'm Assassin's Creeding this bitch.
It would be verse Winter's passive perception of 16.
Well, I just rolled a 21, so
Oh,
Okay.
You very just casually just walk around just in the vicinity of them.
exactly.
Well,
Because I have to rest my voice in between sets. It's hard to sing for 6 hours at a time.
understand. I haven't played the violin in forever, and
I would have never guessed. That's incredible.
yeah, it's. I'm down to just talk to you. I mean, I don't have many people to talk to.
You walk in with a group of 3 others and you have no one to talk to. How disappointing. I'm all ears right now.
Okay. Do you have time to just sit down and chat?
Yeah, I have plenty of time.
Sure.
I'm a drow. I live for hundreds of years. I have all the time in the world.
I take the bottle that I guess I don't know if it was poured out for me or was it whatever.
You
but
were just given glasses.
cool. I just take my glass or whatever, and I just sit there.
Well, I didn't grow up so well.
At this point, Winter's more or less in the not drunk, but like is in a place where they feel comfortable.
Comfortable
talking.
with talking, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a really bad upbringing in my monastery, topside.
Oh, you're also an
And-
upper worlder. I couldn't really tell through the mask.
Yeah.
You spoke Elvish so casually that I thought you were their chaperone or something.
No, I learned it in the monastery that I was in. It was quite awful. And I was tortured every day. It was not fun. But
You poor thing. She like goes in for a big hug.
You kind of Winter I kind of clench up and just like because haven't been hugged before. Just like
thank you.
What? You don't hug back. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I've just never embraced that before. I've never been hugged before.
Well, that's just a damn shame now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm. It's just I'm not used to,
Is
good
this
environment.
Is this too personal for you?
Yeah, just a bit. But
There's other places to talk.
like what?
There's the inn, it's not too far. There's several buildings just around here.
Winter probably looks back at the group.
You look back and you see Eleonora and Enos at the table. You do not see Raskus.
Well, oddly enough, I would love to talk more, but my friends, they're idiots, and someone needs to watch over them. What's their name, though?
You say friends, but you haven't been able to talk to anyone.
I've had small conversations with them, and someone needs to be their parent.
I'm Uriel Loracel.
Uriel.
Do you want me to spell this out for you? Because it is one hell of a name.
I was gonna sound it out.
Yril apostrophe.
I didn't even catch it. What was it?
Yril
Yril
apostrophe
apostrophe
Lys
Lys
Orel.
Orel.
Yril Lissorel.
Uriel Lissorel.
That's a pretty name. I'm down to talk to you some other time. For how long are you gonna be here for?
Oh, I stay here. This is my full occupation. Many of us don't have one of the 5 families here, so we just go by our first names. We do not have last ones.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely come back down here sometime. I'm not from here, but
No.
I'm not from here, but I would love to learn more about this place and see and just about the people here and just. I don't know how long we're gonna be here for, but it seems like it might be for a bit, and I want to know about
you
the
want to know
people.
about Onva Alandi? What do you wish to understand?
The citizens, like how people work. How does this government work? I'm walking in the dark, more or less.
This government of, you mean going to the 5 families?
Yes.
It's mainly happenstance. Some of them you can get into, a lot of them you can't. The ones that, the drow that can accumulate enough money and start their own business, as long as that business lasts for several cycles, then they are honored into the Mayfin family.
Yeah, we talked to Captain
Sardreza.
Dreza about, and she broke down the 5 families to us, so that's familiar. Yeah.
Yes, the middle 3 are the ones you can really get into. The Nukkets, they're the weird ones where if you're just there, you become one. It's the easiest way to explain them. If you're within one of the 5 villages, then you're born Nukket. A lot of them will try and move out of those standings, but many of them are fine with their fishing ways.
Mm-hmm. And the whole matriarchy thing. Mm-hmm. I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful. How do they feel about people who are like me, who doesn't really conform to gender?
They accept up to certain limits, as long as you can still show that you can work with us, and that's all that really matters. They just take the benefit of the doubt, and will allow you into either side that you want to be in. You can fit into the matriarchal roles, or you can go into the patriarchal. That doesn't sound right.
Patriarch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what
you
you
can
mean,
either
though.
be in the matriarch roles or the patriarch roles. It really comes to how you want to swing things.
Interesting.
If you don't want all the responsibilities, then you could easily accept yourself as a patriarch role.
Okay.
Because
That is a lot of food for thought.
yeah. So, because I did notice that, like the whole hiding the face thing definitely showed some signs of that, and the way you kind of move. That is why I wasn't as offended of you walking up to me as that oaf that follows you around.
Yeah, he
just
Yeah.
screams, "Ah, yes, mount me," and
Yeah.
abuse me. That's what the patriarch kind of are about here.
Yeah, kind of. It's very gaudy, I know, and a lot sometimes.
Ooh, look at my muscles. I know how to
I
use
know,
them.
right?
Wah.
Yeah,
It's disgusting.
but he has, oddly enough, he doesn't show it, but he has a brain up there. A small one, but a brain.
The small part I definitely believe. You don't just walk up to a woman in the city and act the way that as he did. That's irresponsible.
He didn't mean to disrespect, but
I,
thank you.
I don't expect him to. He'll learn very quickly. There will be some women around here that would just beat the shit out of him because he acted that way.
Funny enough, one already did, the captain did.
I
and she
like
put on
her
quite a
already,
show.
and I've never met her.
Well, I'll talk to you soon. I will come back, and
Tell me if you have any
liked-
gossip. I love it. I love gossip.
I mean, I loved playing with you.
I don't know if I
And-
appreciate that phrasing, but I understand the sentiment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you want to be the patriarchal role, that's absolutely fine. We can play all
No.
night.
Performing with you.
That's the right word.
I hope you have a great day, the rest of your day.
Yes, it
still getting
seems like
used
your
to
friends are
hours.
very sloshed, and it's just middle of the day.
Yeah. Well, goodbye.
Have a nice rest of your afternoon, Winter.
Yeah. And I walk back to the table, finish the rest of my wine, and just ponder everything.
Yeah. It's a shame I rolled so shitty on that. Yeah, so what are you guys doing? With a blacked out Eleonora, Raskus appears again?
Yeah, you just gotta. After hearing that conversation, Rastus comes back and he's sweating a little bit.
Butt clenched, terrified.
Yeah. You guys ready to go talk to people?
Raskus,
Think
you
we
look,
should-
you look, are you okay? You look ill.
I'm a bit unwell, but we're good. We're good.
Is there anything I can do about that? I am actually good at medicine.
No. No, let's just go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is Eleanor just like slumped or
Yeah,
whatever?
at this point, let me roll for it. I don't like that roll. That one's better. Catherine, for you, you are knocked out for 5 hours.
I kind of take out the staff and kind of just like poke her a bit, maybe on her side, so it's not like throwing up or whatever, any leakage.
Ugh.
Yeah, Enos, at this point, your mouth's kind of hanging open, you just forget. You rolled very high, but you did also ask for the strongest drink.
That's fair. Sorry. I think we should
And
I think what you mean is pay for your food, of course.
That too.
I already gave you my money.
How much is it? And for Eleanor, 'cause she's passed out.
Do you just want the total for everyone, or do you want individual checks?
Separate.
So yeah, separate.
Fuck.
Oh, you.
Just made so much more work for my brain.
Sorry.
That's fine. No, I can do separate. It's fine.
Mine was 56 total. So I was 3 gold.
Yours is
I got
56
2.
total.
I'll probably be around there too, since it's just wine and salad.
Eleonora's is going to be
Right in front of my salad.
In front of my salad.
15 gold pieces for Eleonora.
Where do I go to edit how much money I have?
It's under
I
inventory.
found it.
Well, she was passed out, so I don't know if it paid before or after, so I was just
Yeah.
Else is paying for
She's
my
passed
food.
out.
Yeah, for your sloshed friend, it's going to be 15 gold total. For you, big man, that's going to be 65 gold total.
Okay.
And for the masked figure, that will be. You had wine and a salad, that'll be 8 gold pieces.
Wonderful.
So the
What a
total comes out to
steal.
80. I'll leave 100 gold. Why not?
Do you guys need any goodie bags for leftovers or anything? Do you need any wine for the road? Any drinks to take out?
And there.
I'll take wine for the road. Why not? Why not?
Glass or bottle?
Bottle. I don't know what I might get into.
Okay. Do you want the same one that you had before, the Elven wine?
Yeah, the same one.
That'll
That'd be nice.
30 gold pieces for the bottle.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It gives you a nice bottle of the same Elven wine.
Droomp. Cool.
But, thank you for staying at the Faint Dragon Tavern. We hope to see you all again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back. And I just pick up Eleanor.
Getting up the stairs with her, it's really awkward, but you can make it up.
I wave at Gyrus still. The wonderful, kind woman that I talked to. I wave at her on the way out.
Yep, it was the first one that I saw on my list and went, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Like she just does like the little multi-finger
Yeah.
thing because she's back to singing, so she's in the middle of a set.
Yeah.
You guys make your way out. Barry's just there, looks at you.
Hi, Barry.
After I get out of like the inn, not the inn, the tavern, you just like, oh god, there were so many people, and I was being nice, and that felt really, 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 really. It felt cool. It felt odd. It felt uncomfy. My brain felt a little weird. It just a lot of cognitive, like, Winter looks confused. I need to sleep. That was a whole lot of interaction. That was way too much for me.
Shiglagalacte.
Did I see them talking? Like, I
What?
know I didn't hear the conversation, but did I see them talking?
Barry speaks, but I don't think any of you speak the same languages as him.
Nope.
Anyone know Undercommon?
No.
Yeah. So you just hear this guttural voice come out of it, Shigrilake, and he's like staring at you all.
No thanks.
Question mark?
The inn?
In, yeah.
He like lumbers back up with his big old shoulders and just starts going.
Okay, I guess we're going. You did, Winter. You did really good up there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did great.
as a bunch of spittle falls out of Eleonora's mouth and vomit goes over Enos's cape.
Oh my god! Oh my god,
I was
Eleanor! You
imagining
look.
more of a, not the whole fireman carry, but like in like this.
Oh, even better. It's all over you,
Yeah.
Enos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Eleonora. You are both covered in vomit.
Oh my god, Eleanor, clean yourself up. You look like a mess. Ugh. We're trying to be on our best behavior.
I'm already back asleep.
Shower.
Um.
We haven't showered.
Anyway, thank you, Raskus.
Yeah, you
It's-
should stick to that and not the whole like mercenary thing that you got going on with Stormane.
You think it was? That's a. We can talk about that later.
I'm nicer. I like
We can.
Yeah, get rid of the staff.
my words.
Yet again, I wasn't the one that threw you. Isn't that right, Enos? No comment. Okay.
I don't know what he has to be thrown across.
To be thrown across as your jaw is
your
locked
jaw,
open.
Your jaw doesn't.
And you can't really use your hand to move it up and down to make it work because you're holding
Yeah.
Eleonora.
Yep.
Anyway, discussion related. We're going to the end.
Yeah. I have a bottle of wine, and we can talk. I'm in a very talkative mood. Oddly enough. Ugh.
Yeah, you just hear like a grunt from Barry. But you follow Barry. It's only like a couple minutes away. But you see off towards the edge, close to the farthest dock. There seems to be several canopies near one of these taller buildings in this district, since most of these other buildings are probably 1 to 2 stories, where the main city seems to be 2 to 3. This is another building that is 3 floors tall. You see a couple patrons outside talking and just having conversation at the tables under the canopies. The building is 3 floors tall and seems to be looking out upon the lake. Getting closer, you do see a little sign above the main door that says "The Peaceful Ice Inn." Walking into the interior, you find yourself in a lobby of some kind. There's nice but fairly used furniture in this main lobby. There's a little hearth off to the side with a fireplace and everything. And you see a desk to one side that has a bell on it. And you see this much older, dour drow just sitting there. Pure white hair, tons of wrinkles. He is fast asleep in his chair.
Well,
Is like a bell to we can just like
Yeah, there was a bell.
Raskus, is
I'll
it
wait.
you or me? Who's gonna
can
wake him
I
up?
can I reach the bell?
There's probably like a little bit of an elevation thing for the Draugr that are in the city.
Then I will hit the bell.
Ugh. You know it's rude to wake an old man. This is all in Elvish. He like sits up and gets behind the desk. How may I assist you today?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's so fun. How are you doing, little gnome? He's speaking in gnomish to you.
Oh,
Hello, I don't get many gnomes to come by.
how? Okay. Pause. How do you know Gnomish?
Being a Mayfin, I have ways to get into buildings. I like learning languages, it's very amusing.
Okay.
So, like, you can see behind him, he just has he has several books. He has how to read and speak Draconic at the moment. I like
That's
to
fun,
learn. In my many years, I've learned a lot of languages.
Okay. Very cool.
Um,
Very
do
proud
you
of
want
you.
to
That's
test?
incredible.
Do
Actually.
you want to test me on my
I- it- Uh,
languages? Sounds good.
Another time. Another time.
Do you want to test me on my languages?
Another time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, me and my friends here would like some rooms, please.
Each room can hold about 5 to 10 people.
Then we'll take one room, please.
That sounds fantastic. Less for me to have to clean up.
Excellent.
It is 1 gold a night, so no.
Okay, that like per person or just in total?
Oh, for just in total. Usually we have full buildings of people coming in while their houses are getting refurbished. So this is more of an honesty policy than anything else.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I will gladly. I just hand him a gold coin. Just hold that to him. There you go. Gold coin.
Thank you,
Wondering.
sir.
You're welcome.
Do you have a preference for which floor? They all have an amazing view of the lake.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of turn around to everybody. Do we have a preference on like which level we want, or am I afraid of heights?
I'm not.
Was that Enos?
I'm just holding on the door with my jaw open, like.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
you guess?
What? How many levels? Floors do you have open?
All 3 floors are open.
No,
You can be on any of the floors.
3rd floor.
Oh, sounds good. He just
Okay.
reaches over and takes one of the keys. You'll be in room 2 on the 3rd floor.
Thank you.
Have a nice, what? It's only mid-afternoon, so I can't say night. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Maybe some other time.
And welcome to the Peaceful Ice Inn.
Thank
If you need anything, do not call for me. I will probably not answer.
Okay, that we can do that.
Goes
Thank
right
God.
back to sleep.
Let's go.
Raskus, what was his deal about?
I don't know.
He was
Okay.
old.
He's just old.
Cause like he did switch back to Common and Elvish at the same time.
Okay.
It wasn't just Gnomish that entire time.
Oh, I thought it was. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you go up into this room, and this building is so bizarre because it doesn't feel like any of the rooms should really be that big. But you enter into your room, and you see 10 beds lining one side. You can see a crystalline screen on one of the walls. And there's like a little back area you can go into that's for bathing and other things like that. There are several of these little back rooms because this is meant to hold 10 to 15 people. And
Looks
with you
nice.
guys getting your room in the Peaceful Ice Inn, I think that's what we're going to call this session.
Cool.
Swag.
So that also gives you guys a week to really collaborate and talk about what you guys want to try and go after next time.
Yee.
Yeah. I had a conversation for you, Mr. Raskus.
I was like,
Conversation.
like pointing at me. But
We have a conversation.
thank you guys for being here. Thanks for people watching. We'll probably
Thank
see you
you.
next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.